Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel and DC. My name is Benny, that is Sal, and that is Dylan. And if you enjoy three guys chatting in a podcast format about movie and TV shows, rumors, reviews, and pretty much anything going on in the world of the insane nature of the superhero bubble, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Absolute Armada. Join us today. But today I've assembled the three Avengers of our world here, of our three Avengers, to discuss something. Did you guys know Venom 3 is apparently already in the works, and they've got Andrew Garfield is going to show up, and he's gonna be the Spider-Man of that universe, and apparently through all the rumors I've seen, he's also getting the symbiote and then traveling back through the multiverse to fight against Tobey Maguire, who is totally coming back, and Tom Holland, which is then gonna carry the symbiotes over to the MCU, which will bring Null on board, and the Guardians are gonna fight him. Did you guys know all that?
No, I didn't know that. That sounds dope. I'm really excited for all those things that are definitely happening.
Definitely happening. Totally happening.
Confirmed.
It's definitely not just bullshit on Twitter rumors and everything.
Yeah, no
way. It's crazy
way.
to me that Sony was able to come up with like a 7-year plan for movies like a week after No Way Home came out.
A week after No Way Home, a movie that took them forever to make. Yeah, no, it's insane.
I just love it. So if you hadn't caught on with my over-the-top humor, we're discussing the rumors of Venom 3. None of that is happening. At least not as far as we know. I mean, for the record, I'm saying it right now, Sal, Dylan. If that turns out to be the direction this is going, I called it right here.
Yeah. Thank goodness for all of those No Way Home Twitter accounts still being active for some reason.
Right. So, okay, we wanted to make a video about Andrew Garfield popping up in Venom 3. And we already kind of mentioned this once in our theories, twice in the Morbius video, and 3 times in the Twitter video.
Yeah.
The reason we're making another video on the topic is, 1, you guys are clicking it. 2, because I want to say I have done the work here, right?
Yeah.
There's no official confirmation on Venom 3 even existing.
No.
Of course not.
The only confirmation we have at this time is Amy Pascal revealing it's underway. That's it. That could mean anything.
Especially coming from her.
Yeah. They are, the exact reveal is we are in the planning stages.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which means she has scrawled Venom 3 on a Post-it and stuck it on her whitewboard.
Right, it probably says like 2024. You know?
Yeah,
it says Venom 3, Spider-Man?
Yeah.
So
look behind the scenes at Sony. That's how they get things done.
Yep.
Oh, this gets even better. I didn't even looking for actual confirmed Venom 3 rumors. According to CBR.com, Venom 3 is going to be a multiversal affair featuring Spider-Man.
What's their source?
Wow,
they're an actual publication.
Yeah. Way to go from a real website to a nonsense website.
Nothing.
Just by being like, confirmed. It's official.
According to industry scooper Daniel Richman, Venom 3 will explore the multiverse as well as show Venom finally meeting and fighting Spider-Man.
Let me be one of our commenters. Just be like, excuse me, but Daniel Richman is actually a really, really reliable scooper, and he has personally scooped over like 5,000 different sources and information. So anything that you say about Danny Richman, you should take with a huge grain of salt. Give me a break.
Is he the guy who I saw some guy on Twitter who was like he leaked that some actress was playing She-Hulk in the Avengers game.
Yeah.
And he's like, source, me, and then linked a bunch of images of him being right about things.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah.
Because by the way, that's not official yet, but the actress quote tweeted that and confirmed it, and Avengers has said nothing. So what's going on over there?
This confirmed rumor, I want to state real quick, that CBR is running with, they have linked one of their sources. They have a linked one, okay?
Okay, all right.
The source that is linked is Spider-Man news and leaks.
Oh no.
At Diego No Way Home on Twitter. Okay?
Yeah.
So I
Just some
clicked it
guy.
to see, is this some reputable source? Is this some big thing?
No.
They are currently following 23 people, and they have 487 followers.
Okay.
And their
That's the guy.
description is...
Pretty good metrics on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Their description is Tom Holland is the sexiest man on the planet Earth.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
That is the
I know why
tweet that they're
CBR likes
using.
them. CBR, of course, the publication who has written the article "Top 10 Sexiest Hulks." Of course, they would, would like the guy.
Is that an article?
That is a real article that exists on CBR.com.
CBR pushes every day. I get another horrible article from CBR, and I'm like, unsubscribe.
They've gone down the hill in general. But the point of our video here is to once again state nothing is officially confirmed. Now, this doesn't mean, I guarantee, well, for the record, I also want to throw this out there. And I do want to say, I guarantee Sony has at some point, at least in passing, and prior to No Way Home coming out, sat down and said, hey, if this does well, we're going to do something very similar with Venom, right? We're going to see what Spider-Man we can get in, and if we can't get a Spider-Man, what if we had all the Venoms? What if this was Venomverse? You know what I mean? I could just see them doing that.
Yeah, that's true. Honestly, I mean, the fact is, I think I think for the longest time, the only reason why they didn't use another Spider-Man was because they were afraid of confusion. But now that multiverse is a normal term that Hollywood uses interchangeably and the audience understands, they're like, oh, great. We'll just grab the most popular other Spider-Man and put him in there.
I just find it hilarious that every website, every Twitter is confirming breaking news. And I cannot find the original source on any of this that actually broke this because it's not real. No one has said anything.
It's insane because y'all did a video talking about how Twitter, the No Way Home people, just make stuff up, and it's crazy to me that is like, I never looked into it as much until that video. They do just say shit. They say breaking. Spider-Man's gonna have sex in the next movie. It's like, none of this is anything.
Because it works off the idea of, if I say everything, one of those things is right. But I find the reason we're doing this Venom Andrew Garfield video again is because this is the most obvious of things that Sony is probably going to try and do. But I want to state something here real quick. All of these Twitters, even CBR, is stating that all of these discussions have happened post No Way Home. Okay? No Way Home officially came out December 17th.
Yes.
December 6th. Do you want me to think and believe that Sony went to work on the Christmas holidays to discuss Venom 3?
Oh, not
which
just that.
Isn't even coming out in 2022. It probably won't even start filming until 2023.
Yeah. Actually, Hollywood officially, not officially, but it's common knowledge, Hollywood closes for an entire week before New Year's. So, there was no work being done last week.
Yeah. But all of these things Sony are breaking. I also want to know who's leaking these things.
Nobody. It's easy to break. It's easy to leak something when it's from nowhere. It's breaking. I made it up. There is no source. It used to be, you'd go, you'd have to constantly be like, hey, who's your source? Hey, where'd this come from? And they'd be like, oh, right, haha. But now it's like, nope, I'm not going to bother. Nope, I don't need to. No one checks. No one cares.
Now,
I want to believe it.
The other reason I wanted to bring up this topic yet again is because that I have been seeing a theory going around, and it plays into a previous theory that I had, Sal, that all of the prior leaks was technically Sony promoting the movie that they can't spoil.
I believe
it was how they were doing it. Yes. Hey, if we just tell everyone if these movies have all these Spider-Man and all this stuff, but we don't confirm it, that's it. That's the promotion for this movie.
Yeah.
What if Sony actually did leak the Andrew Garfield news to one of these crap Twitter accounts just so that it gains traction and goes around everywhere to see the overall response?
Honestly, I mean, I do believe that's a thing that they've considered, but I think we know. I don't think we need to get the data on that. People like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. He likes being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was in the costume longer than Toby in the movie. Like, people want to see him as that Spider-Man. People liked him more than his movies.
Yeah.
I think
And everyone feels that he kind of got the short end of the stick by them cutting it so early.
Yeah, and if they want to go like, listen, if the Sony Spider-Man plan is, Marvel, you got Tom Holland, make as many Spider-Man movies with as many characters, whatever you want to do forever, go for it. But here's our plan for the next 5 years. It's Morbius with an Andrew Garfield cameo. It's Venom 3 versus Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man 4, or Spider-Man 3, basically, like an Amazing Spider-Man movie, like a solo Spider-Man movie, maybe where he hooks up with, like, Black Cat, or maybe he fights Kraven, because there's going to be a Kraven movie. Maybe the Kraven movie is now going to be retooled, and they're like, oh, we have Spider-Man now. Kraven hunts Peter Parker Spider-Man from Andrew Garfield. We get Kraven's Last Hunt. Done.
Yep.
Like, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
So,
I think all of this is a test of the waters. I also, before we start closing out this video of the same topic again, in which we kind of mock and make fun of people putting out fake rumors.
Yeah.
I want to make you all aware before you start saying in the comments, we're aware of the irony of us making fun of all of this and then probably titling this video, Venom 3 confirmed again?
Right. Well, here's the difference is that
that's how this business works, guys.
Well, like, that is the new language of this business, but it's also like, listen, when you click those articles that do that, the articles don't say you need to be really aware of like how you perceive information. Like, there's no warning. It's just exploitative. This is it's exploitative, and then at the end you're like, and then when you click it, it's like, hey, don't do this.
I will say there are a number of people in the replies to those accounts who are like making fun of them just because it's very clear that they're making stuff up. Like, my favorite is whenever there's, I think it's an image from Doomsday Clock that people post with like edited text on it, where it's it's the clown character and Dr. Manhattan is like appearing before her. And the clown character is asking like, what's your source? And Dr. Manhattan just says, I made it up. And he's just it's such a good image.
Yeah.
I do want to keep talking about this as long as people want us to talk about it. The fact of the matter is, if you guys keep feeding these articles, then that's more stuff for us to talk about.
Yeah.
But again, there's no way they actually had a real discussion yet outside of somebody talking in passing in a boardroom meeting. And there's no way they've nitty-gritty gone down with Venom 3 and been like, all right, we got Eddie Brock, we got Tobey Maguire, we got Andrew Garfield, No one has signed on to anything. If you do one Google search on Venom 3, you can see that it's not even officially confirmed outside of Amy Pascal saying, we are working on it. Like, that's it. That's all it is right now.
These people have confused the word speculation with lying. And just like make shit up.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can theorize and like want Andrew Garfield to show up as Spider-Man in all these movies as much as you want. But the fact that they're just saying that it is happening, trust me, the source is some guy I met in a back alley. It's Tobey Maguire in a hotel room.
What this reminds me of,
my desperate desire for it to happen, and as you know, wishes are real, and so my desire for it to happen will affect reality itself to make it manifest. So you're welcome.
This reminds me of a story. I got a quick real-life story reference to this, okay? So when I first started getting into YouTube, I told you guys before, you all know this, I started with a gaming channel that did okay. We had a little bit of a following. And through that game, I met quite a few gamers some of which I still game with today in various groups, raiding and stuff like that, okay?
Yeah.
There's one guy that we met through a game called Warframe. Now, Warframe was a title that I jumped onto because a few of the fans at the time were like, hey, come play Warframe with us, come play Warframe with us. So I jumped on. And there was this one guy, very negative, very pessimistic, but he always had the inside information on Warframe. The developers had said this in an interview. The developers had said this on the Reddit. This is what they mean by this. None of his theories or thoughts or confirmations ever came true. But he always seemed to have an answer if you had a complaint for Warframe, okay? Always. And we never had a reason to question him. It was like we're all playing and he'd be like, oh, I'm the guy with all the knowledge. This is why they did this and this is what they really want to do. And you're just like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Warframe has a program called the Content Creator Program, or Warframe Partner Program, which at the time of me doing a lot of gaming streamings and getting pretty good numbers in my streams, I was streaming Warframe and got accepted into.
Okay.
One of the perks at the time was direct communication with the development team. They started saying things that were coming up to the content creators and not out publicly so that we would know what's coming to plan content accordingly.
Genius.
So I would go to these meetings, get all the real information, then go to our game night, and this guy's like, well, the developers actually mean this. And I just over and over was like, no, they don't. No, you're wrong. This is incorrect. Where are you getting it from? Oh, well, this guy said it on Reddit. Well, that's not what they're telling everyone else. So, and that's what these Spider-Man accounts and rumors remind me of.
Yeah.
It's your buddy who claims to have a friend who has an uncle who has. It's the old school Nintendo. My uncle works at Nintendo.
My uncle works at Nintendo,
Here's where Super Mario 4 is. Bullshit. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
And I'm having so much fun. Like I said yesterday, the reason I get these is I follow Spider-Man as a topic and MCU as a topic. Yep. I'm not unfollowing them. These are hilarious.
Twitter has now become the playground, the like fourth grade playground of the internet. People just make shit up.
And I'm standing on the outside of the school fence because I don't want to get like arrested and like, put on a list. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm sure they're totally gonna get this guy to be Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. No. It's amazing.
I'm not unfollowing these because they make for great fun discussions.
I mean, it's fun to like laugh at and be like, I mean, and to a degree, like I wish I know why they don't just say like, hey, like the tweets aren't just like, hey, wouldn't it be
cool
fun if, Andrew Garfield got the symbiote. Yeah. When you say breaking, it's like, whoa, people don't look into it. They just see like what looks like a breaking news tweet and they share it and they're like, wow, that's so cool that's happening. And it gets more engagements than if it was just some guy sharing his opinion.
It's the problem with today's news reporting. The headline has to be important for the clickbait. The context of the article doesn't matter because even if you do say, this is what I would like to have happen, and here's my clues that this might happen, no one's reading that. They read the headline, and it's already on retweets.
Well, that's what's so ironic, because people are reading that, and they go, well, that's unreliable.
Yeah. and here's what I find to be the funniest. And this video, being as long as it is perfect. I want an honest opinion from the rest of you commenters down below, because this video is going to be titled Venom 3 Andrew Garfield Rumors Again. Yeah. How many of you joined this expecting a full confirmation because you read that title?
Right. Yeah. Or was it more confirmation bias? Was it like, yes, okay, that's what I've been saying. I'm full of crap.
If you did expect that, you're probably not subscribed, and you should subscribe.
Yes.
Kidding me? Join up.
That's true. Because if you've been subscribed, we like to call bullshit on most of these rumors that are going around.
You probably expect that none of this is real. So.
Yeah.
But I do want to state, I would love for that to happen.
Yeah.
And I do think there's a high chance it might happen. I do think that. But there's no confirmation on anything, guys, and nobody has true breaking news. No one has that.
No one's breaking.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of Absolutely Marvel and DC. We like to do some more goofy discussion. Like I said at the beginning, talking about rumors. If you keep saying the rumor, we're going to keep talking about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, join the Absolute Armada, and trust me, we don't always mock the internet. We just like to do it.